in isolation and staying at home. Today we are going to do listening multiple choice tips, as I got thousands of messages from my students and as well as the followers that kindly make a video on multiple choice in listening, that how we have to select the exact correct answer in the multiple choice. So let's begin and let's see what are there in these steps. But before starting, I want you to subscribe this channel and press the bell icon, and you can also share it on your Facebook as well as in WhatsApp group or other Facebook groups. So let's begin. Okay, so today we will discuss multiple choice tips, general practice tips which you are going to practice only at home. Next, I'm going to tell you that how you are going to analyze your performance, and then we will see that how to add variety to the practice, and in the end we will discuss the tips which you will only do during the exam. So now, as you can see the slide, there is written like, subscribe and comment and share. So better do it. You can like the video, subscribe the channel and comment if you have any questions, and you can also share it with your friends and family. So let's not waste your time and move ahead. So the general practice tips when you are practicing at home. The first tip is that you will have to do as much practice as you can. Try not to get bored while doing these practices because it will help you out. Next, you will see that you will have to do these practices in isolation. Like when you are practicing, you will have to only practice the MCQs question so that your grip on these questions get strong. Like at that time, you will not focus on summary completion or table completion. Only if you're weak in the MCQs, just practice on MCQs at that time. What you have to do is that you will have to collect your own, you will have your own collection. There are around about 14 books of IELTS in which there are thousands of multiple questions. So better just focus on the multiple question and try to solve it. And then if you are done with the one test, move to the other test and look for the multiple choice questions. It will barely take like less than 5 minutes to look for the MCQs in the next test or the book. What you have to do next is that this tip is related to how to analyze your performance. That is, you will have to listen, understand and then follow. Here you have to do is that you will not look at the questions in the book or any material or reading material. What you have to do is just play the recording and try to listen it at what the speaker is saying. If you don't understand anything, or if you feel that the speaker is you're not getting the point what the speaker is saying, so you don't have to worry about it. You just have to stop it and play it again. So in this way, it is like you will have a good idea and you will access your ability of listening, that are you good at it or are you bad at it. Next, what we have to do is that we will have to enhance the amount of general listening. Like you will have to expose your brain to these sort of vocabulary, what the examiner is saying, what the speaker is saying, and that you can only improve by listening to some documentaries or some podcast. In the next video, I might upload some podcast channels where you can it might help you out in listening practice. By that you can also increase your vocabulary. Okay, so now let's come back to it. What we have to do is that we will have to get used to the listening, that what the speaker is saying. That you can do it by watching English movies, and I can give you a choice that you can either watch it like once try to watch it without lyrics, and then after that you can watch it with the lyrics. So in this way you will enhance your English. Now, if you don't have the problem with understanding or following, then you will have to start the books. There are thousands of material, but I would prefer that you follow the IELTS Cambridge books and then start practicing on those. Once you start practicing, you will know that okay, I'm improving. But if you find something which needs some practice, so you will have to get used to it, try to listen it again and again. Now, what we have to do next is you will have to do the multiple choice without preparation. The first thing is that you will have to do it without preparation. Just play any section of the book where there are multiple choice and see how many questions do you select the correct. Okay, next what you have to do is you will have to, after doing that, you will check it that how many questions are correct and how many are wrong. Next step, what you have to do is you will have to underline one keyword in each question and one keyword in each options which are given in the question. And then you will again play the section of the MCQs and see how many are correct and how many are wrong. You will have to continue this practice. Now, the third step is that you will have to allow yourself to listen to the recording more than once as you're doing this practice at home, so you can hear it again and again and see that where are your mistakes. Are you getting the answer on the first attempt or the second attempt or the third attempt? Here, now you will see that after you practice each of the exercise, like each of the point, you will know the difficulty, and you will also point out that where your question get wrong or where you get select the right answer. So by practicing this, first you can do it like I'm going to give you a summary again. You can practice without preparation first and see how many of your questions are correct. Next, you can see by underlining one keyword and practice it and see how many questions are then correct. Third one is that try to listen it again and again. Here, again and again in the first two steps I'm talking about. Again and again, that to point out that where you are creating the mistakes and are you getting the right answer in the second time or the third time. Once you find out that okay, these points are my weaknesses and these points are my plus points, so you will find out that okay, now I can do the MCQs in a good manner. Okay, now what you have to do during the exam, not at home, during the exam, keep this in mind. You will have to try to get ahead of time. Here I mean to say that when the examiner is saying that now kindly look at question 7 to 14, while he's saying these words, you will have to read the questions. And you will also have to keep an eye on the next question too. At that time, you will have to underline, circle keywords in each question as well as in choices, because you will be having 30 seconds while doing this. So 30 plus 10 seconds, in 10 seconds maybe he or she complete that question. So you will have 40 seconds to underline and circle the keywords. Next, you will have to remember that the examiner always use, or most of the time use, synonyms, and they are paraphrasing the statements. So you will have to catch those synonyms and as well as the paraphrasing. In this way you will catch the right word and the right statement, and by doing that you will also select the right answer. Next you have to do is that you will also have to keep an eye on the next question. Like, let's suppose the examiner is reading question 14, so you will also have to keep an eye on question 15 as well, so that if he increases speed you can also get to the 15 question. So at one time you will have to keep an eye on two of the questions, 14 and 15. Similarly, when he is on 15 you will have to keep an eye on 16, and so on. Now keep in mind that always make sure that you are following the recordings, and this is only possible when you underline the keywords or circle the keywords and get used to the speaking of a speaker, and that is only possible when you do it, the practice at home. I've already told you the strategies how you can practice at home, and according to that you will always be following the recording. Next is that whenever you are following the question, try to use pencil and try to hear and find out the keywords that you hear. Keep the pencil on the statement, not in the air. So keep the statement on the keep the pencil on the statement and move the pencil as the reader go ahead, and try to find out your keywords. Okay, as I'm always and I'm again and again saying that keep an eye on the keywords for each question that you're trying to answer, because in MCQs keywords are the main important things which you have to keep in mind, and because of the keywords you will be able to answer each and every choice correct. Now this is one of the important point, like sometimes people miss something in the question, so they start looking for that and the examiner move ahead, and in this way the student select the wrong answer because he might be catching the speaker later, so he might miss a few of the questions. So better try to find out, or I would suggest that if you miss any question, try to move ahead, and after, like, when he ends the speaking, you can like give a hit and try rule, that you can just select any option which you think is correct, because it's better to lose one question rather than 4. So I would suggest that if you miss any question, try to move ahead quickly, and once the speaking section, the listening section is done, you can come back and select any of the option which you think is the closest. Next, I want you to subscribe this channel and press the bell icon, and kindly share it with your friends and family, and you can also share it in the Facebook groups. The channel name is MSK Entertainment Films. Thank you for watching. Stay safe.